Alright, hello everybody, welcome to another deck highlight video. Today we're going to be looking at and utilizing some of the new buffs from the recent OTA. We had Lady Sif gaining 1 point of power, but more importantly we have Black Cat going from a 3-7 to a 4-9. So I thought that I would make a just generic discard deck, because I also haven't really highlighted Blade's recent buff from the patch at the beginning of the season where he now hits the rightmost card in your hand. So I thought I would just try out discard. It's a pretty stock set where we're just trying to get a big ol' Apocalypse, have Dracula eat him, and then we have Morbius to also just get very big. I thought Blade would work well with Dagon, since the Muramasa shard goes into the rightmost slot of your hand. So on turn 4 you can Dagon Blade, and then you're good, and then Ghost Rider is obviously here for Black Cat. So yeah, I mean that's the deck. If you guys enjoy, consider leaving a like and letting me know in the comments. And if you want more of this good content, then make sure to subscribe for future videos. Anyway, I'll see you in the first one. Alright, hopping into the first one, we have Black Cat, so she's gone. But we do have Morbius, who just gained 2 power, and we have Ghost Rider to bring her back. So shouldn't be any issues there in that regard. As long as this isn't like the no ongoing abilities here, we're good. Yeah, yo, no, I'm feeling just great right now. Cloud 9. Let me tell you what. We're already infinite, so I'm not gonna worry about snapping. But yeah, I mean, getting Morbius into Altar of Death is good. I mean, if we didn't, we would be able to Ghost Rider into it and put Black Cat there. But at the end of the day, feels good. Okay. Depending on what Cerebro this is, they might be able to still get power in there. So in that regard, I'm tempted to still Ghost Rider into it. I'm just hesitant that it may be overkill, so I'm going to lean on the side of not doing it. But if they do like Brood into it or something, that's Cerebro 5. Okay. So Doctor Doom is 7 power. That's the number to beat. This is the Dagon Blade combo that I mentioned earlier. Well, victory. Fair enough. I mean, even though they did retreat, I think you could see that the deck was working well, right? We had the Black Cat Ghost Rider, we had the Dagon. We would have been able to win this even without Morbius being there. The Dagon Blade combo also showed up, which was nice. Alright, hopping into game number 2. I always see the people that have like the little infinite thing, meaning they've like won an infinite before, right? And I feel like I should be more intimidated by them than I am. Like, I've never done that, you can clearly tell there. I also just don't really care about Conquest that much. It's just like too long in my opinion. It's one of those things that's like always on my bucket list, but then that would require me to actually play a serious deck, and that's boring, so never gets done. I mean, if that's something you'd like to see me actually like grind for an infinite ticket, let me know. It's a lot of time, a lot of effort. I'd probably do it with like Loki or the Inchinot deck. Those are, I think, the 2 best decks in my opinion, but I'm also not a super competitive player of this game, so my expertise is not in that. I think I want to do that. I was contemplating Dagon, but I didn't really want the Muramasa shard getting buried, because I felt like that would have been pretty bad. And we got one of those swarms out, which is good. We can Dracula left because we don't care. Because like if Cyclops hits it, oh well, it'll still get big. 1, 2. I mean, little awkward here. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so we have Chavez next turn. So I think I Sif and just tank the Ghost Rider now. Because I don't have a way that I can play Sif and Ghost Rider because I want Dracula to hit the Chavez. Okay. So we're at 1 power on right. So from 1 we'll be at 16 here. And then we'll be at 11 middle. I don't really care about right. So I think we're fine. They'd have to float. And they didn't, yeah. I don't think they had considered the Dracula eat into the numbers. Or probably more appropriately, they didn't think I pulled both of my 0-cost swarms out of my deck. Because, I mean, yeah. But hey, I mean, we beat what is typically a very powerful deck in the, actually this is probably the Inshanaut deck I was just mentioning, based off the 6 cards we see. Alright, hopping into game number 3. We have a hand. Calling Wing here would be, Calling Wing or Sif are our best 2 draws. I mean, that's a fine one, because that means we have a Ghost Rider turn 4 play. We also have Limbo, which is good for our current hand. Generally not good for us, though. Yeah, we can Dakin, throw the Shard in Altar of Death. We're chilling. I don't think I want Dakin in Monster Metropolis because I don't want him to get Shang hit, and he would be at 11 power if he was in Monster Metropolis. So I'll just Dracula there instead. Okay, so this is interesting. And then next turn we will Ghost Rider Murmasa Shard. Probably Ghost Rider middle, because I assume our Dracula is gonna be big. That's, wait, what? Why did they? Did I discard a card without realizing? Oh, Black Cat got discarded. I was like, oh. Okay. So we have MODOK here. I mean, thanks? Oh, that's actually infuriating. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna Chavez left. And then, we're in a fine position. So I think that this deck runs. That's dumb that that's how Shadow King worked with Spider Ham, but alright. I almost wholeheartedly just disagree with that's how it should function. 1, 2. Those are the only 2 discards. These are literally the exact same power. So I'll be at 15 on right, and I'll be at a lot on left. I think we win, unless he can play into Altar of Death, which he can't Jeff in anymore. So I'm having second thoughts that he can play into Altar of Death. And based on the fact he hasn't readied up yet, I'm not sure he can, which means unless he has a Lady Deathstrike or Cosmo. I'll snap into him. I'm not exactly sure what he has. He must have a way of playing into Altar of Death if he's snapping. I don't know what he would have otherwise. So he did have a way of playing into Altar of Death. Oh, did that put him up by 1? Oh, let's go. We're up by 1. I forgot to count Dracula's eat into it. I guess he forgot he had priority. Hey, win's a win though. Alright, hopping into whatever number game we're on. Yeah, no, not doing that. However, we do have a pretty good curve of Morbius into Lady Sif. So, I'm not too concerned. So I will once again be assuming this is the Inshanaut deck. And in that regard, they don't run Killmonger, which is important because of Blade and Mojo World. But that also means that they don't run... they do run Cosmo, sorry. I don't think they run Enchantress though. So yeah, we have the Lady Sif discard into the Blade discard since Apocalypse now in the right side of our hand. We'll probably Dracula right, assuming that he'll probably just give us enough power to win right. So what I said was, and that you all misheard me say, was that we're going to MODOK right. That's what I said. I said we're playing MODOK over here. I think we want to pull Dakin next turn, ideally. We can play her? Yeah, that's sick. I never thought I'd be playing Black Cat, but that's sick that we get to do that. Okay. So we're actually gonna do that because our Apocalypse is just still absolutely huge. So I'm actually, what I'm considering here is playing MODOK, and I think this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play MODOK here because I wanted to see what he did with Hulk before I do anything. That's the thing. Okay. Okay, so if I'm him, I would assume that I'm getting a 24 power swing right, so I would Hulk left. I'd play my big thing left. The other side of that coin is he's down a lot more left, so he might play middle. but I'm not going to psych myself out here. I feel like he wants to play away from my Dracula because he knows my Dracula is getting a 24 power hit, plus I have swarms. Alright, I hate this game. This game sucks. Just kidding, I'm the best. It doesn't matter. Wait, it actually didn't matter. Because we won by 6, and the worst case scenario was hitting a swarm, which means we would have tied here one tiebreaker. So it actually didn't matter what I did. So that's cool. But with that being said, I think my logic was right in that he would have played Hulk here if he had it because of the Dracula being 24 power. Alright, hopping into what will likely be the final game. I think this is game 5. Black Cat, get that out of here, we hate you. I think Raptors help us. I think. Because we just play like big things, we don't really clutter the board. I mean, we kind of clutter the board. But like, we just mainly play big things, so I think we're chilling. Let's just get a big ol' schwack onto Apocalypse real quick. I kind of like that because that lets us play Dakin into Oscorp and he'll stick to Oscorp. We do need to remember as well that Black Cat killed herself already, so we have Ghost Rider to bring back Black Cat, which is just good to know. Oh, okay. We dodged that. I think we Dracula middle, and then Chavez left. We definitely Chavez left, now I feel a lot less bad about it. On reveal, my boy. On reveal. Okay. So we're in a really good spot, actually, regardless what we draw here. All these are good draws. Because Ghost Rider gives us a Black Cat, which will let us win right. Morbius will be fairly big.
I am Iron Man.
I mean, okay, well, I didn't actually want to pull that card because I didn't know how many things I discarded. I discarded 3 times, so he's 6 power. This is Cerebro 3, isn't it? I think that this is my play. He can only play like, what, 3 cards max? I think this is what I do though. Because if it's Cerebro 3, like, we can't even contest that lane. Like, it's just gonna it's gonna blow up so quick if that's Cerebro Mystique. So I don't think it's worth, yeah. I mean, that lane's just gonna be huge. So I think it was the smart thing from us to just drop it and play for middle. I mean, obviously, it didn't end up mattering because they couldn't even generate power there, but I think that it was smart of us not to waste swarms or anything left. Like, we could have tied it if we played Morbius Swarm left, but like, I don't even think it's worth it. But anyway, that's the deck. It works very well. Discard is feeling better. I mean, obviously, the big issue with discard is that you can't really interact with your opponents very well. Well, you can't do it well. You can do it, but it also is negative impacts to you. So, I mean, this deck is fun. It works pretty well. So if you guys enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and a comment letting me know that you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more future deck highlights. I try and make these about every other day, so we hope you join the club. Anyway, see you in the next one.